Welcome to my channel Mintage Mysteries, where every coin has a hidden story. If you love discovering hidden treasures and uncovering coin secrets, you're in the right place. We're on a quest to solve the puzzles behind the world's most fascinating coins. From rare errors to legendary rarities, let's dive into the mysteries of numismatics. The 2008 Canadian 1-cent coin, commonly referred to as the penny, holds a significant place in modern Canadian numismatic history, not only for perpetuating a design tradition spanning over 7 decades, but primarily for epitomizing the Royal Canadian Mint's pragmatic shift toward cost-effective metal compositions in the face of rising global commodity prices. The reverse side of the 2008 cent features the iconic maple leaf twig motif, a design that has been a staple of Canadian currency since its introduction in 1937. This artwork is credited to George E. Kruger Gray, a distinguished British medalist and artist who contributed multiple foundational designs to the coinage of the British Commonwealth. The design is meticulously detailed, presenting 2 maple leaves, symbolic of Canada's national identity, connected to a short, curved stem. The inscription, 1 cent, is prominently positioned above the leaves, centered along the upper curvature of the coin. Curved along the lower circumference are the national designation, Canada, and the year of issue, 2008. The fine lines representing the leaf veins and the texture of the twig demonstrate the precision of the Royal Canadian Mint's die stamping process. This specific reverse design remained essentially unchanged from its 1937 adoption until the coin's cessation, underscoring its cultural longevity. Turning to the obverse side, the coin features the current, 4th-generation effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, which has been in use on Canadian circulation coins since 2003. This portrait was sculpted by the Canadian artist Susanna Blunt. It presents the Queen in a mature, dignified 3/4 profile facing toward the right. Notably, this effigy marked a shift in style, depicting the Queen without a crown, opting instead for a portrayal of her wearing only a simple pearl necklace and earrings. The Latin inscription surrounding the portrait is Elizabeth II de Regina, which is an abbreviated form of Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina, translating to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. A critical feature distinguishing the 2008 cent from certain earlier strikes is the small, stylized Royal Canadian Mint (RCM) logo positioned beneath the Queen's shoulder. The inclusion of this mark was part of a security enhancement and a way to clearly identify the coin struck using the new, cost-saving composition. The most defining characteristic of the 2008 Canadian cent, from a technical perspective, is its metal composition. Driven by the critical necessity to reduce production costs, which had reached a point where the intrinsic value of the metal often exceeded the face value of 1 cent, the Royal Canadian Mint adopted a multiply plated steel technology. The specific alloy makeup of the 2008 penny is approximately $94% steel for the core, which is then electrically plated with a thin outer layer composed of $4.5% copper and $1.5% nickel. This specific composition resulted in the coin becoming strongly magnetic, providing an immediate, simple physical test for differentiating it from the older, non-magnetic bronze cents. In terms of physical specifications, the coin maintains a diameter of $19.05 millimeters, a weight of $2.35 grams, and a thickness of approximately $1.45 millimeters. The rim is slightly raised to protect the design, and the edge remains plain and smooth. The coin follows metal alignment, ensuring the obverse and reverse designs are oriented in the same direction. The production of the 2008 cent occurred during the final, contentious phase of the penny's existence in Canada. The ongoing economic disparity between the coin's cost of production and its worth made it fiscally untenable. This reality led to the Canadian federal government's decision, announced in the March 2012 budget, to formally end the production and distribution of the 1-cent coin. While the coin technically remains legal tender, its minting ceased in May 2012, and the Royal Canadian Mint ceased its distribution in February 2013, effectively removing it from circulation. Therefore, the 2008 issue stands as a prime example of the currency's final iteration before its eventual retirement. The 2008 Canadian cent, although part of a widely circulated series, has certain aspects that make it of interest to collectors and numismatists. While most of these coins were produced in large numbers and used in everyday transactions, some features and variations can make specific examples more desirable and valuable. By 2008, the Canadian government was already considering ending the production of 1-cent coins due to their declining purchasing power and the rising cost of production. Despite this, the penny remained a common part of daily life, and coins from this period carry historical significance as part of the final issues in the series. The condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its rarity and value. Coins that have been circulated tend to show wear, scratches, or discoloration, reducing their appeal to collectors. In contrast, coins that are uncirculated, or in mint condition, retain their original luster and sharp design details. Such coins are difficult to find because most pennies were handled, exchanged, and circulated extensively. Uncirculated examples are therefore highly prized, and their value can be much higher than their face value, depending on how well they have been preserved. Mint errors also contribute significantly to the rarity and value of 2008 pennies. These errors occur when a coin is struck incorrectly or undergoes a mistake during the production process. Examples include off-center strikes, double strikes, missing copper plating, or die cracks. Such errors are produced in very small quantities, making them rare and sought after by collectors. A 2008 penny with a noticeable off-center strike or a missing layer of copper can be worth many times more than a regular coin, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. The rarity of these mistakes creates a niche market where collectors actively seek coins with unusual or abnormal characteristics. The composition of the 2008 penny also adds to its interest. By this time, pennies were made from a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. While this was the standard composition for pennies produced after 1997, small variations in plating thickness, color, or toning can occur and make certain coins more collectible. Coins with unusual appearances, such as deeper coloration or slight discoloration, can attract collectors looking for unique examples. Another factor is the historical context of the 2008 penny. This coin was produced during the years leading up to the discontinuation of the penny in Canada. As one of the last regular issues before the 2012 withdrawal, it represents the end of a series that had been part of Canadian life for over 150 years. Coins from the final years of production often attract collectors because they mark a transition and carry historical significance. Even standard 2008 pennies in excellent condition are increasingly sought after as keepsakes or for investment purposes. Minor variations and anomalies within the 2008 series can further increase value. Some coins may show slight doubling of letters or numbers, surface marks, or patterns that were not intended during minting. These subtle differences, when authenticated, make certain coins rarer than others in the same year. The limited number of surviving high-quality examples with these variations increases their collectible value. Market trends also influence the rarity and value of the 2008 penny. As coins are removed from circulation, damaged, or lost over time, the number of high-quality examples decreases. At the same time, awareness of the penny's historical and cultural significance encourages collectors to pay premiums for well-preserved specimens. Coins that are professionally graded and certified in high condition are often the most valuable. Auction records show that certain 2008 pennies can command prices well above their face value when they are uncirculated, have errors, or display unusual characteristics. In conclusion, while the 2008 Canadian cent is generally common in circulation, its rarity and value are determined by condition, mint errors, minor variations, and historical significance. Uncirculated coins, error coins, and coins with unusual characteristics are the most sought after by collectors. The 2008 penny represents both a tangible piece of Canadian monetary history and one of the last issues of a long-standing series. Its combination of rarity, condition, and historical context ensures that it will continue to be of interest to collectors and enthusiasts for years to come. If you enjoyed today's exploration, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and share this video with fellow collectors. And as always, keep searching for those hidden treasures in your change. You never know when you might stumble upon the next big mystery.